There is a country in Western Europe where having dinner before 8 feels almost like a mistake, where bread follows unwritten rules, and where greeting someone the wrong way can turn a friendly moment into an awkward one. Welcome to France, a place where everyday habits surprise the rest of the world. And the more you discover, the more fascinating and unusual it becomes. The first shock comes even before sitting down. In France, meals are not just about eating. They are real moments of life. Lunch is not something quick between meetings. It is not something you eat at your desk while checking emails. It is a proper meal. Sitting down, taking time, sometimes lasting more than an hour. Shops close. Streets become quiet. Entire towns seem to agree that nothing is more important than lunch. For people used to eating in 5 minutes, it feels almost surreal. But for the French, rushing a meal is not just unusual. It feels disrespectful. Food deserves time, attention, care. And this idea continues into dinner. In many countries, eating at 6 is normal. In France, it feels early. Dinner happens later, around 7:30 or 8. Families sit together. Courses arrive slowly. Conversation flows between each dish. It is not about filling your stomach quickly. It is about enjoying the best moment of the day. Visitors who suggest eating early are often met with polite confusion, as if they are trying to skip something important. Then there is bread. Not how it is made, but how it is placed on the table. In many countries, bread goes on a plate. In France, it goes directly on the tablecloth. No plate. It is a small detail, but it shows how deep traditions go. And there is another rule. You never cut bread with a knife. You break it with your hands. Cutting a baguette at the table feels wrong, even if no one says anything. Then comes the greeting. La bise. The famous kiss on the cheeks. It seems simple, until you try it. How many kisses? Which side first? It changes depending on the region. In Paris, usually 2. In some areas, 3 or even 4. Visitors often freeze for a moment. They are not sure how to move. But for the French, it is natural. Like a social dance learned since childhood. Language can be just as complex. In French, there are 2 ways to say you. Tu is informal. Vous is formal. Using the wrong one changes the tone completely. Tu is for friends and family. Vous is for strangers, colleagues, and anyone you do not know well. Switching from vous to tu is a big step. It shows trust and closeness. Using tu too early can feel disrespectful, even if you do not mean it. These small choices carry real weight. These social rules shape everyday life, but they are only the beginning. In France, even work follows a different philosophy. There is a law that protects personal time. When the workday ends, it truly ends. No late emails. No messages during the weekend. For many people, this feels impossible. But in France, it is normal. And then there is summer. Most workers have at least 5 weeks of paid vacation. And August becomes a national pause. Shops close. Cities empty. Families go on holiday. Visitors arrive and find everything shut. But nothing is wrong. This is simply France. Pharmacies also work differently. You can walk in and receive real advice for small health issues. No appointment needed. Pharmacists are trusted, almost like family doctors. There is also a strong belief in natural remedies, herbs, thermal treatments, prevention. Shopping has its own rhythm. In many towns, Shops close on Sundays. Not because there are no customers, but because the day is meant for rest, for family, for life outside of work. Markets follow their own rules too. You do not touch the fruit. You point. You ask. The seller chooses the best for you. It is a system built on trust and experience. French culture goes even deeper. There is an idea that is hard to translate. Feeling comfortable in your own skin. It affects how people dress, how they move, how they speak. Style is not about trends. It is about looking natural, effortless. Even silence has a different meaning. At the table, silence is not uncomfortable. It is part of the experience. It means people are enjoying the food, the wine, the moment. And wine itself is an essential part of life. Not just drinking it, understanding it. Choosing the right wine matters. Pairing it with the right food matters. And you never serve yourself first. Wine is something to share. Even children grow up with these habits. They eat the same food as adults. They stay at the table. They learn to appreciate food, not just consume it. And there is one rule above all. Always say hello when entering a shop. Always. Skipping it feels rude. Saying it changes everything. Smiles. Kindness. Better service. All these habits create something bigger. A culture that values the art of living well. Long meals. Social rituals. Time to rest. Everything points to the same idea. Life is not something to rush through. It is something to experience fully. And maybe that is why it feels so strange. Because it asks a simple question. What if slowing down is actually the point? Tell me in the comments which country you are watching from. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.